Would you play Wii tennis in paradise? Well, you're probably envisioning like the beach or something. I'm not talking about that paradise. I'm talking about Paradise, the TV show on Hulu, and specifically episode 3, The Architect of Social Well-Being. So I started out with the Wii because I found oh guys, and just so you know, spoilers, I say that, whenever something like this, I'm gonna do a recap. So there's gonna be spoilers, and it's episode 3. I'm gonna assume you watch episodes 1 and 2. But the Wii tennis thing struck me as interesting because it was the setup with Agent Pace and like Agent Driscoll essentially being grilled for what they were doing during the time where the camera is off. And I thought it was going to be, I thought they were going for like, a romantic subplot, but I'm actually kind of happy and relieved that they didn't do that and that they went for, you know, the Wii joke. I just hope that they commit to it. I hope that this isn't like some red herring because I'm going to be disappointed if it ends up totally being them. But I don't think it is. I think that Agent Pace is pretty, on board with his friend Xavier Collins. And we see this is, I don't know, this wasn't my favorite episode. I liked episodes 1 and 2 a lot more than episode 3, but I think episode 3 was necessary to progress the plot. There was a lot of exposition. This was an exposition heavy episode. We have essentially, the psychologist, what's her name? Gabriela Tarabi? Yeah, Tarabi. So Dr. Tarabi, we get the revelation that she was responsible for choosing all 25,000 people that are in this underground city. So while, Samantha, the rich tech woman, put up the money, the actual people that were picked were carefully selected. And I thought it was interesting. I like this revelation that the President Cal Bradford had like a list of candidates, like a pile of papers, and he picked Xavier. So from the beginning, Xavier has always been chosen. Now, I don't really like the romance plot line that they might do with Xavier and Tarabi, but that's not happen in any TV show. I love this show. I love this show because of the concept, and I love this show because of Sterling Brown's acting. I don't know if I really love this show because of how all the characters interact just yet, if that makes sense. Because like the only characters that are really registered at this point to a significant degree are Samantha, in my opinion, Cal, and the actor's name is Sterling, and Xavier. So I'm invested in that relationship. I don't know if I am with Dr. Tarabi. I know that she's going to be important moving forward. I'm just trying to see how. But I thought this episode was just a lot of her asking like, "Hey, you haven't done a session with me. Everyone else has. Tell me about your childhood." And it was like, okay, it's the perfect. Essentially, I felt like we had I don't know what to call it, a TV trope where it was like you want to explain a bunch of stuff all at once, but you need a way to do it. There's probably some official term for that. And that's how I felt. It was kind of like, the psychologist saying, we need to understand you, was an opportunity for the show to dump on us a ton of information and kind of set up, a lot of additional subplots and a lot of background about, Xavier's character and history. We learn more about his dad and kind of what motivated, him, and then the retirement of his dad, which strained the relationship. All these things were interesting to me, but they all felt crammed into like one episode. So of the 3 episodes so far, this was definitely the weakest. I'm hopeful that episode 4, it's gonna regain the momentum, and I think it will. I don't think this episode is bad in the context of the entire series. Is it mini-series or multiple seasons? I'm not sure, but I don't think it's bad in the context of a broader plot. Like if you view the the series itself as one story, which I kind of do, but it's not great if you're releasing one episode a week and it's like just mid. Anyway, though, I still enjoyed this, so I would recommend watching the show Paradise. Even this episode where it's not ideal, I felt like I was nitpicking a bit here. I had a lot of positives to say as well, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Misha from Turtle TV, let me know your thoughts. We out.